The video that you're about to see is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say in this video is alleged. Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? I hope you guys are having a great time today. For some of y'all, Grand Rising. Hope you all had a great Mother's Day. For all the mothers out there in the world. My mom had a good time. I bought her some, jewelry and things like that. So my mom enjoyed herself. It's a new day. A lot of stuff been going on. I know, and that's what we're here to catch up. So let's start. Let's do a little check in. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing fine. Welcome to the gossip. My name is Dion, and I am your psychic tarot reader. I'm one of the best. Remember, please like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell for all notifications so you can get all my latest videos and all my latest content. If you want to email me for a reading, go to dion22ism@gmail.com. By the way, everything in this video is alleged and it's for entertainment purposes only, okay? So I don't want nobody coming for me. So anyways, we're going to continue on our topic, what we were talking about last episode. We were talking about Drake and Kendrick Lamar. So it done got deep, guys. And remember I said in my last video, somebody was going to go into the hospital. Well, come to find out, somebody actually did go to the hospital. It was the security guard. And I'm hearing there was somebody else who got shot too in Canada at Drake's home. So, hey, this is a predicted it. Now, I noticed I didn't say who. I just said someone's going to get hurt. Still, it's still on the record. We don't know what else is going on, But anyways, we're going to talk about that today. So that's going to be our continuation. One thing I want to talk about, me for a while, because I was having a rough week, y'all. I'm not going to lie. That's what was taking a lot of my time, trying to talk to y'all. I was going through some issues with this one job. I got into it with my boss. And, I was just like, you know what, fuck this. I don't need this job. See, that's one thing about me, guys. If I ain't welcome, I'm not going to stay. And I recommend everybody do that. If your job ain't making you feel good, making you feel, welcome, leave. You're not obligated to stay. You can leave anytime you want. So that's what the hell I did, And just give y'all a little insight on what happened. So we end up having a client, right? She ended up buying something. It's just me and the boss. So I'm noticing that he's giving away free shit. Mind you, if the shoe was on the other foot, they would have fired my ass. And he's studying to be a GM, right? He's in training. So I called them out on his bullshit. So I get a call from the girl he sold something to. And she was generous enough to be like, hey, I didn't pay for it. Where can I pay for it at? And I was like, oh, you didn't pay for it? And she was like, no, I was wondering, I got the card. So I went back to the boss and I said, hey, you didn't pay for that order? What are you talking about? Dude, see, that's what I'm talking about. You're too fucking nosy. And I'm just saying, you didn't pay for it. That's theft right there. So what the fuck is you saying? See, this is what I'm saying. You know what? You might as well clock out. So I was like, all right, you don't need my help. Fine, deuces. So I left. I'm not going to put an argument. I'm not going to fight you. Hey, I got other shit I got to work on anyways. So I'm not tripping, right? So I leave. Anyways, I'm over myself. So I go to the spirit store. Now, the spirit store is like my safe haven. So when I go there, I kind of unwind. I look at what new decks they got. It's a very peaceful place. Those of you who are in the metaphysical world, you understand. That's the place you go to escape from the real world, the crazies and stuff. So I go there and I talk to one of the store owners. And she's a good friend of mine. Every time I walk in, she, it's like light. She comes to me. And she's always like, Dion, nice, and good energy. So I go in there and she already read me. She didn't even have to think twice. She was like, what's going on? And I was like, I'm just going through stuff at work. I don't know what's going on. So she gets a deck of cards, right? And she's like, sweetie, pick a card. Just pick a card. So I picked one of the cards, right? And she tells me, all right, what is it? So I flip the card, and it's a Three of Pentacles. And she goes, do you know what that means? And I'm looking at the card, I'm like, yeah, it's true. I'm going through something at work, because that's what it means. It represents work, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'm going through something at work. It's crazy, and and she's like, oh, like, I'm sorry to hear that. Pick another card. So I picked another card, right? And when I picked the other card, it was showing me happy and joy. And I was like, she was like, I want you to come June the 1st, and I want you to tell me what that means. And I said, well, it means happiness. She's like, yeah, but something good is going to happen to you. So I'm kind of like thinking, like, what is she talking about? Y'all, I leave the store, right? I'm going out there doing this thing called favor, because that's how I make extra money. So I'm doing favor, and I'm in my mind, right, thinking, what did she mean by that? She wanted me to work in the store. So I go back, she's not there, but there's another guy that's there. I guess she took the day off. And the guy told me that they're hiring and they're looking for tarot readers to come and read people. All you gotta do is pay $20, and you can charge anybody how much you want to charge them just by reading them. And why didn't I think of that? I was like, what the hell? That's what she was trying to tell me the whole time. She wanted me to be a tarot reader. So that was a good start for my day, and I was happy. I was like, I called her back. She was like, yeah, when do you want to start? And the rest is history. So anyways, yeah, so I got me a job working at the store, and at the spirit store, and I'm going to be reading cards there. So I'm going to be taking a break from I'm still going to be doing readings for y'all. Don't get me wrong. I'm still going to be doing readings for y'all. I'm just going to be doing more at the store. So that's pretty much where my rest of my day is going to be. So anyway, guys, let's get into these topics. Because we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of notes that I done took down over the week. So one thing I will say is, Texas, we got a problem. We have a serious problem. Now, over the weekend, there was an incident that happened where this guy was ended up checking his mail in Houston, right? And you know what? This is crazy, but take a look at this.
Well, only on 13. It may be one of Houston's most horrifying murders caught on camera.
And it happened in full view of neighbors in a subdivision near the Gulf Freeway in the Pecan Park neighborhood. ABC 13's Brooke Taylor is joining us now here in the studio.
Yeah, and Brooke, this really shocked a lot of us here in the newsroom.
It did, and sources close to this case tell me that this is some of the most horrifying footage they have seen in their careers. Police haven't said if the victim knew the killer, but they're hoping that a neighbor's video leads to a quick conviction and justice for his family.
Only on 13, deeply disturbing and shocking video of a murder in broad daylight. On May 3rd, the victim, Stephen Anderson, is walking on Woodridge Square Drive to pick up his mail, sources tell us. He turns around at the sound of a screeching car speeding right into him. We're pausing the video right before he gets hit. The car reverses and hits him again, pushing him further into the street. Neighbors are on the phone, frantically calling 911.
Some other people to help me turn him over. They want us to turn him over.
Another neighbor comes out with a pillow. And that's when the suspect, Karen Fisher, identified in court records as a man, but also described as she by police, returns with a knife in hand. The suspect yanks and flips Anderson over, straddles him, and kisses him. We're not showing what happens next because it's too graphic, but that's when police say Fisher stabs him 9 times. She casually walks off as if nothing happened and neighbors just watch. She then tries getting into another car while talking to witnesses. When that's unsuccessful, she leaps over the body and walks away.
It's very disturbing, yeah, because, I have kids here. So our kids could have been out here playing, and imagine that.
20-year-old Karen Fisher is in jail tonight, charged with murdering the 64-year-old. Her bond is set at $2 million.
Broad daylight. It was people. It was a busy intersection. It happened right under our noses, you know.
Just truly so shocking. I spoke to neighbors that you saw in that video. They are still traumatized by that, as you can imagine. One woman even told me that she hasn't been to work and is trying to find a therapist.
This is a heavy story right here, and it's hard to get some context here as well. Brooke, now we know the suspect's 20 years old. Have they been in trouble before?
You know, the night that this happened, she was also charged with assaulting a nurse at Ben Taub Hospital. And we checked records, and back in 2023, she was charged with evading arrest, and she's been on a 5-year community supervision from that. We also found a prostitution charge from 2021. That charge was ultimately dismissed.
See, that's what I'm saying. You got to be careful who you fuck with. I know a lot of these dudes be on the DL. And some of y'all men out there are curious and y'all want to mess with these, you know, trainees and transgenders and stuff like that. You forget what year this is. This is the karma year. Fuck around, find out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm just warning you. Be careful who the hell you fuck with. Be careful who you fuck with. Anyways, moving on from that. Y'all, there was something that I wanted to talk about. I don't know, what did I... My notes is all over the place. Okay, we gonna talk about BBL Drake later on. Okay, we gonna talk about him. You know, so I want to get to some other topics before I get into the Kendrick and Lamar and everything. Y'all, did y'all hear about Keefe D? Yeah, they found out that he wasn't the shooter.
You do not think he had any involvement in the murder of Tupac Shakur?
No.
None?
None.
He was not there?
No, I don't believe he's there.
The lawyer representing the man accused of orchestrating the murder of Tupac Shakur says we shouldn't believe his client as he prepares to represent him in what's being set up as the year's biggest trial. And tonight, that attorney is sitting down with one local journalist, and that's 8 News Now investigator David Charnes. Thanks for joining us. I'm Denise Valdez.
I'm Brian Loftus. Our 8 News Now investigators broke the news of the raid at Dwayne Keefe D. Davis's house. That set off his arrest and now his criminal case in the murder of the hip-hop icon.
And now his attorney says don't believe him. Here's 8 News Now investigator David Charnes with the interview you will only see on 8.
He's a liar then? That the statements...
I would definitely say he's a liar.
Defense attorney Carl Arnold says we shouldn't believe what 60-year-old Dwayne Keefe D. Davis has to say about the shooting of Tupac Shakur.
He keeps repeating this, is that the whole thing is unfair. He feels that he had protection from his earlier statements that were made.
Those earlier statements to police in California who were investigating not the death of Shakur, but the death of Notorious B.I.G.
He didn't have any information, but said, hey, let me try to, rehash this Tupac murder, give you some information that he heard on the streets, and he filled in the gaps as they were asking questions.
Arnold says Davis lied about his alleged involvement in Shakur's murder, saying he was in the shooter's car and handed him the gun. That eventually unraveled, according to Arnold, where those private statements to police turned into public interviews, paid interviews.
He's sitting over there, how come I didn't make any money on this? And now someone's presenting him with the opportunity to make some money. Combined with, okay, he's looking at these are his last years of life. Let me tell my story.
So isn't it kind of stupid to do that and then get hit with a murder charge?
Yeah, it was really stupid. But then again, here's what he's thinking is, he already said all these things way back when.
Arnold says it's now up to prosecutors to prove Davis's own statements are true beyond a reasonable doubt. And as far as Arnold knows, there's no video or DNA evidence to prove that.
How do you defend those statements?
Again, there's no proof of that. That's the first thing.
So his own words you can't take for granted is what you're saying?
Correct. There has to be some type of corroboration. Anybody can say, well, I gave this person the gun and he shot Tupac.
So if he didn't do it, does he know who did?
No, he does not know who did.
And why should we trust Keefe D now?
You shouldn't trust Keefe D. You absolutely shouldn't. And that should be the thing that causes him to walk.
Arnold says he plans to subpoena Suge Knight for the trial. Knight is the only living witness and was driving the car Tupac was riding in. Arnold also says another witness we could hear from, Sean P. Diddy Combs. I'm David Charnes, 8 News Now.
Davis remains in custody on $750,000 bail. Arnold and prosecutors back in court next week to tell a judge how their preparation for the scheduled fall trial is going.
Like I said, Diddy did it. Moving on from that. Anyways, this is a crazy story, guys. Over the weekend, there was a senior airman who got shot 6 times. He was in the service. For some reason, the sheriff was knocking at the door. He came out with his gun, and he had it to the side. As soon as he opened the door,
which has now been released, of that deadly police shooting of an airman inside his home. This happened in Florida. Roger Forston was killed last week by a sheriff's deputy who was responding to calls of a domestic disturbance. Now, his family says the deputy had the wrong apartment. That deputy is now on leave as the shooting is being investigated. Nikki Batiste has more. We have to warn you here. These images are extremely upsetting.
This newly released body cam video shows an Okaloosa County deputy arriving at the home of senior airman Roger Forston's apartment door, responding to a 911 call about a domestic disturbance. The deputy knocks 3 times. After the first knock, he steps off to the side. No one answers, and he knocks 2 more times, identifying himself. The video is partially blurred.
Sheriff's office, open the door!
Seconds later, Forston opens the door.
Step out.
He's seen holding a handgun that was legally owned, according to his family. The deputy orders him to step back, then fires.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun! It's over there. Drop the gun! 312, shots fired. Suspect down.
Okaloosa Sheriff Eric Aiden says his department released the video to be transparent.
No determination has been made as to whether the deputy's actions were justified or not.
Forston's mother, Mika, says her son was FaceTiming with his girlfriend during the shooting. The girlfriend told the family the deputy said something not on the body cam video released today.
They just said, oh yeah, he shot up. He shot up. My baby was shot up.
Forston's family says he was alone and grabbed his gun only after he heard aggressive knocking on his door, peeked through his peephole and saw no one. Forston's family claims the deputy went to the wrong apartment.
Roger was a gift from God.
He was a patriot, and so he respected authority. Why the police didn't respect him? That's the question.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Nikki Batiste.
So disturbing.
Yeah.
Yes. So many questions because the sheriff's deputy identified himself, but that knocking was aggressive, and the airman, a decorated airman.
Who's licensed to carry a gun.
Yes, licensed to carry a legal gun.
So I see why he got the gun.
It was, a disturbing call. But by the way, the footage leading up to that is a neighbor taking the sheriff's deputy to that door. And apparently it's the wrong apartment of, where this domestic disturbance, whatever the neighbor heard. So
I'm just thinking that rest in peace. I mean, it's sad, but it goes to show you guys, if you know a police is at your door, don't pick up no weapon. Please don't pick up a weapon. Put it down. I don't even want to say that because it's just anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? Like anything can happen. Anyways, moving on from that, let me put my glasses on, y'all. So, y'all remember that situation? Remember that story about the dude in the backyard with the alien, right? Y'all remember that? Well, this guy said that he saw what the alien looked like. And this is what's crazy about it, because the alien looked at just like the way the guy in Bayside, Florida, described him. Check this out.
It's always the same. This is bigger than aliens in Miami, man. This goes all the way back. Where I'm thinking is Roswell. Now, I did talk to somebody last night. Y'all had a real good conversation with somebody who explained to me what I saw. Like, what I saw was 3 tall, dark figures walking down the street. and they faded out. And the only video clip that I haven't posted is them actually fading out. Now, people were saying maybe they walked into a portal like that, but this is what I've been saying since day one. I think this is something about the ocean because it was black and shiny. Like, people keep on saying it's a shadow, and that's how it looks on footage. But when I seen it, it just looks shiny. And the source that I talked to last night said that, man, these things come out the ocean. I was asking them, well, why are they so tall? And they were saying, from where they're from, that's, they're tall. That's where they're from. That's how they're made, where they're from.
And the outcome is I get a page of cups. It will be an invitation. And I see like a huge tidal wave for some reason. Like, I believe maybe they'll be coming out of the ocean or something like that. It's going to be an invitation where they arrive out of the ocean with an invitation. Interesting cards reading, guys. Interesting. I'm not gonna lie, they kind of feel a little bit sad because they feel like they're being manipulated. Like Pill is doing this for entertainment, but they feel manipulated in a way. They feel that there's a big change that's going on, like when it comes to life cycles and family and stuff like that. They know that they have to be here to change that cycle. And they will. But they feel like the way they're portraying them in the movie. Hold on, Spirit's trying to connect. What they're saying to me is, it's a good movie, but it's not the whole truth of the movie. They're saying that, yes, there is a connection with the animals. Yes, with the animals, because they says we are all like alien-like. But they're telling me something about the water. I'm getting something about the water, and I think I've been saying this in my other readings too when I talk about the UFOs. They're telling me there's something about the ocean, that they live in the ocean. The thing is, they only come out when no one is looking at them. I'm getting that you guys don't even know the half of it. You guys think you know the whole truth, but you don't know anything about the truth. They're telling me that you guys see Jaws and you think Jaws is going to get you in the ocean. They're telling me you think that the Blair Witch lives in the woods, but there's no witch in the woods. They say it's compared to this movie, but they're saying that it's government based, because they're saying that the government ties to Hollywood, and they know to keep you guys suppressed, they have to install fear in you. So what they do is they put it in the movies, because seeing is believing, and what you believe is what you think reality is about. But they're telling me there's an Aryan race that is out there who don't want you to know your worth, your truth, your power. They're telling me this has been going on for many, many moons. It goes all the way back to ancient Egypt. They're telling me they've always had connections to them. They're telling me, in a weird way, I'm getting how you think people are coming up missing now. Why are they coming up missing? They're telling me Amber Alerts don't start for no reason. Okay, it's getting kind of heavy with this spirit. I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna continue reading. What they know is something.
There must be something like when they put the cameras. I mean, if it was me and they had put cameras up, I would feel like, okay, I really hope they don't catch something, but I feel like it's more likely they're gonna catch something.
Yeah.
Can you explain what these things look like as best you can? So I know you said it was blurry.
Yeah, it was blurry.
It was blurry, but like as best you can, like did you hear you heard them breathing?
Yes, I did. Heard them
That's
breathing,
insane.
Yeah. Oh, actually right there. So if you want, you guys walk over here. Oh, right there. You see where the truck is?
Yeah.
I think it's right there. And I just saw it in front of me. So.
Like right here?
Yeah, right here.
8 to 10 feet tall.
It looked tall like that machine.
No way.
Very tall, yeah. But when I looked at it, it was in front of me and I couldn't move. So
yeah, because you're in shock.
And I was just looking at it. And it was breathing. You could see their stomach moving.
That's insane.
And it was like growling, and you could see their teeth and everything. It was disgusting, man. And
So-
they look like slimy. They look wet, like slimy.
What color? Like gray?
Gray color, yeah. You know,
Big
like
eyes.
you know, like dolphin.
Yeah.
You know, the dolphin. The
Yeah,
same
yeah.
color. Same, like the same. I don't know. And what was weird too, they had a light with him right here.
A light?
I don't know if I mentioned this before, but there was a light right here next to him. So with, you see how it's dark right here? You can't see anything. But right here, I saw him completely head to toe because of that light. He had like a light with him. And when I saw that, I couldn't move, and I feel like it was about to, I was like, I'm about to die. I was like, I'm gone.
Did it walk towards you? Did it like move?
No, it just stayed there.
It just staying there?
I was just like
looking at you?
It was like breathing, and one of his legs was like crooked, like he had like a broken leg. That's what it looked like to me, like a crooked leg on the side.
Dude, what? Okay, how did you get people to believe you about that?
I just said my story,
Okay, here, let's go back over here real quick. So,
yeah, I'm telling y'all, the aliens been here. They've been here. If you don't know, you know now. They've been here, and they're making themselves known now. They're coming out. I'm telling you, the earth is elevating. The world is changing. Speaking of changing, did y'all see those solar flare lights that they were talking about on the news?
Out tonight and right into the weekend, millions of Americans could actually see the northern lights as far south as Alabama because of this very rare solar storm. But could this geomagnetic storm also bring possible cell phone, GPS, and internet disruptions? But authorities are warning tonight, and here's Alex Perez.
Tonight, millions of Americans across the upper U.S. will potentially see the northern lights thanks to a severe solar storm. NOAA issuing this rare watch for the first time in nearly 20 years. A geomagnetic storm so strong it could possibly threaten communications and power grids here on Earth. Solar flares triggering spectacular displays of the aurora borealis, potentially as far south as Alabama. The first solar flares erupting Wednesday morning, directed towards Earth from the sun's corona, visible from Earth only during a total solar eclipse. The cosmic phenomenon Americans across the country stopped to witness just a little over a month ago. Astrophysicists warn the impact of this storm, a 4 on a scale of 1 to 5, could have an effect right here on Earth, potentially disrupting communications, the power grid, radio signals, and GPS and other satellite operations.
Geomagnetic storm, even a severe one, may not be all that troubling. But if we're not built to take it, then it could cause big problems.
And David, this solar activity could continue through the weekend. The cloud coverage in the northeast and here in parts of the Great Lake could keep us from seeing the northern lights tonight. But if you're anywhere from Washington State all the way to Wisconsin, you could have a good chance. The best opportunities will be between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. this weekend. David?
Keep an eye.
Now, I think this is a cover-up. I will read on that, but I believe it's bullshit. Because I did say something about the satellites. Y'all remember me saying that. I don't got to put no flashbacks. Y'all remember me saying that. So now they talking about this rare solar storm that's supposed to be happening in the sky. A lot of people are supposed to be seeing it. That's why we've been having this weird weather. But the only reason we've been having this weird weather is because of CERN. Remember, we talked about that ever since we had that solar eclipse. Weird stuff been happening in the skies, y'all. I mean, is y'all paying attention? This shit ain't no joke. This is real. But all I want y'all, just keep a lookout, keep your eyes open. I wouldn't let nothing get past me. Because there's some crazy stuff going on. But yeah, the aliens are real, y'all. The aliens are coming. Star Wars is going to be coming here. So check that out. Anyways, moving on from that, y'all, Bilal is not done with Jada Pinkett. He is trying to get Jada. He was on Tasha K's show talking to smack, saying that he's going to get Tasha K if he don't get, saying he was going to get Jada. If he didn't get Jada, he's going to put a lot of people on blast. I will do a reading on this just to see what's up with this situation, but it's crazy. It's crazy. Somebody's going to get hurt, and I know who, but I'll tell y'all that later. Anyways, moving on from that, Childish Gambino. Did y'all see his new video? It's actually a song that he had on his last album, but this is a good album. This is a good song. Y'all check it out when you get a chance. I'll put it in the description box below. Also, that y'all check Megan Thestallion video. A lot of people saying she beefing with Nicki again. She throwing shots. All right, Megan. You was doing good earlier, but you asked for it. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, moving on from that. But by the way, the video is good, so y'all check out the Megan Thee Stallion video. It's dope. Moving on from that, congratulations to Justin Bieber and Hailey on their first baby. Y'all, what the fuck is going on with Justin Bieber? What is going with him? Have y'all seen him lately? Keep crying and all this kind of stuff? Y'all, I'm hearing he's another Tevin Campbell. That's what Jaguar Wright said. But y'all, it's just sad. Y'all, I don't know if y'all remember, but I had an agent, and I think I told y'all this story before, but I had an agent who told me Justin Bieber is overdue for a sacrifice at the age of 30. At the age of 30, they want him. I tell no tales. I remember that, and guess what? My agent that said that, he's dead. I'll talk about it later in the future, and I got my receipts to prove it. But anyways, I'm over myself. I'm not gonna say nothing. Anyways, moving on from that. Y'all, did y'all hear about that pastor, Keon? Y'all, he told this girl, because she was feeling the Holy Ghost, right? He told her to hush.
I live my Hey. Stop her. Hush, hush. Silence in the name of Jesus. I lift my hands into the only voice I want heard is his. Oh, praise.
Now, I was doing my research and I was looking up this story, right? Like, why did he say what he say? And then he came out and said, shoot, she been doing this. This ain't nothing new. We've been trying to tell her about her, keep screaming out like this, but she just keep doing it. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, she was doing the most. Anyways, moving on from that. But still, you don't got a right to tell nobody how to feel in church. If she was feeling the spirit, let her feel the spirit. I think that's kind of, that's kind of, I don't know if I'm saying the right word. Is that kind of selfish? Because it seemed like you want to be praised and worship. Am I reaching or what? Anyways, moving on from that. DJ Flad. Y'all, when this Drake and Beef situation happened, this Drake and Kendrick, DJ Flad was saying that the track that Kendrick put out, right, he was saying it wasn't mixed well. So he was talking to some, one of the sisters, her name is Miss Morgan, and she was basically just called DJ Flad out and said, stay out of black business. Now, I know a lot of y'all white people don't understand, but I'm going to tell you this, because I already did a reading on this dude. DJ Flad works for the feds. He do. And that question I did a reading on, I said, will he get canceled? And Spirit said yes. So, it's going to happen. And I'm not going to be surprised. So y'all check my video out on DJ Flad, because I did it and I predicted it. Well, it ain't happened yet, but you know, I did do a reading on it. Anyways, another shocking thing that I found out Miss Morgan was Rodney Jerkins' niece. That's the crazy part, because I did not know that. I did not know Rodney Jerkins was her niece. But anyways, moving on from that, Shawnee said she never loved Shaq. Those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Shaq's wife. She said she was never in love with him. So what was it, Shawnee? Was it the money? Oh, it's funny how Uranus Taurus is here and now you want to come out? See, and that's another thing, guys, what y'all got to understand. The reason why all this beef and all this stuff and these celebrities are telling on each other, because it has something to do with the money. We're sending money to Ukraine. They keep losing the fucking battle. By the way, check out the Cat Williams comedy thing on Netflix. That was freaking hilarious. It was good. I was living. But yeah, the money's running tight. So celebrities are telling on each other. Musicians, everybody. So that's what's going on, guys. By the time 2026 is here, the world will be completely different. The music industry is going to be dismantled. Anything that does not serve humanity has to come to an end. Okay? It cannot survive. Anything that's old and don't serve humanity has to die. So a lot of these celebrities are getting called out. There's going to be a lot more this year, I'm telling you. And it's going to be shocking from the people that you would never think. You heard it from me first. So anyways, moving on from that. Yeah, but anyways, Shawnee said that I guess she went and wrote a book. Oh, excuse me. She ended up writing a book and she's ended up, telling on Shaq. Now, I'm going to let y'all know a secret about Shaq, something that I know about Shaq. Did you know he raped Megan? He essayed Megan Good when she was a little girl. Yep, true story. You didn't hear? I'm just saying. I know what happened a long time ago, but they covering up and they not talking about it. But you will find out. Anyways, moving on from that. Tyrese, I need you to stay your ass out the blog for a minute. I need you to just stop defending people because it's not looking good for you, Tyrese. I mean, like I said, you've been working on my nerves for the last few months. You've just been doing the most. Stick to your own lane, Tyrese. Stick to your own lane. Over the weekend, Brian McKnight was having an issue with his kids. I think he was going on tour or something like that, and his kids came at him. And they say he was a horrible dad. He's colorist. He only likes his lighter skinned kids. He doesn't like his dark kids. Yeah, Brian McKnight. One is like a dream come true. Two, just wanna be with you. Yeah, that Brian McKnight. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know, y'all. He's been very problematic. And he is giving me colorist vibes. Like, he don't like his dark-skinned kids, but he likes the lighter-skinned kids. What's up with that? And so Tyrese comes in, and Tyrese is over here trying to defend Brian McKnight. And I'm like, Tyrese, sit your goddamn ass down. Sit the fuck down, nigga. Sit your ass, baby boy looking ass down. But he jumps in the business saying that some of these kids is bad and they, some of their asses need to be told off. I get it, Tyrese, but good message, wrong messenger. I don't want you to be saying it. Let somebody else say it. Because it's making you look bad. Go and make some goddamn music shit. That's what the fuck you need to do. Make some goddamn music. Anyways, I'm over myself. I don't even want to talk about Tyrese. It just makes my blood pressure go up. So anyways, guys, 20-something minutes. We go get into this reading, y'all. Let's get into this reading. Did I talk about everything I need to talk about before I get into the reading? All right. Well, you know what? Since we're running out of time, I'm going to end the video here. And I want you to click on part 2. There will be a part 3 too. So, yeah, click on that and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace, love. I'll see you soon.